Please remain standing for the reading of the scripture. This is a long scripture reading, so if you need to sit down, please feel free to do so. Scripture reading today from Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. It was in the time of King Herod that Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea. Wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star and his rising, and have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all of Jerusalem with him. And calling together all of the chief priests and the scribes and the people, he inquired of them, "Where is the Messiah? Was born to be born?" They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for it has been written by the prophets, and you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. From you shall come a ruler, who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod secretly called the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child. And when you have found him, bring me word, so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then opening their treasure chest, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road. This is the word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be to God.
And may you see it.
The story of the wise men or the Magi always fascinates me in many ways, because it highlights, could be a metaphor for human beings and human life. It seems that we're always looking for something. We have an itch that we can't scratch, that there's something else. There's got to be more. We keep searching for a deep longing that's in our souls, something that will satisfy us, make us happy, bring us to an end of the search, and bring us peace. Before the birth of Jesus, there was throughout the whole world and the region this idea, this belief, this faith that there would be a king come to earth. It would be the king of the whole earth, not just of a tribe or a country or a sect, but the whole earth. And that this king would be a good king and would do good things. And finally, we could all just be at peace and love each other. Order would be restored. The Magi were a tribe of priests, much like the Levites in Israel, and were the teachers and instructors of the Persian kings. They were skilled in philosophy, medicine, natural sciences. They were the soothsayers, the dream interpreters. They were the ones you went to when you needed to find out something or didn't understand what was going on. They were searching the sky for a sign. And it wasn't like, hey, we go out and search every day when they see something. They had a faith and a belief that something was going to happen. And they needed to continue to watch to see what the sign was going to be. And so they were prepared. They had foreknowledge that this was going to happen. And they were there to see the sign. I remember as a child, I used to sleep on the screen porch on the back of our house. And we had no street lights or artificial lights. We were out in the country. And I could look up and I see the whole sky full of thousands of fireflies dropping around like some kind of massive ballet and movement and things. It was just awesome. And beyond that, I saw in the skies, I saw all the stars. Not just the brightest ones that could get through the haze that we now have, but all the stars. and the constellations and the comets and the shooting stars. That was the same way the Arabian desert was with the Magi. There was nothing that obscured their view on a dark night to see the constellations. Those of us who profess faith in Jesus Christ know that each of us has been given a gift or a talent to be used to draw people closer to Jesus. However, we get confused with the multitude of distractions that we have, the chaos, the daily life, the noise, the literal noise. When I first moved here many years ago, I lived in the country. Today, I live less than a half a mile from a major freeway. You can sit in my backyard and all you hear is a roar of a vehicle. And then every once in a while, you'll hear one of these body rockets going by. It is not quiet, and it's not clear. It's just the kind of thing that you kind of can relate to differently when you have been where it's dark, and now you're where it's never dark. And like my life as a child, the Magi had that clear sign, but now we have a hard time discerning which way we should go, what we should do, or how we should live into the call of Jesus. You know, Jesus said He would be with us always. And we interpret that in many different ways, but Jesus did not say, when I get there, it's going to be easy, or that you aren't going to suffer, or you're not going to have pain. Being a follower of Jesus, particularly in this day and time, is going to require faith. Faith in Jesus Christ that you found the right star that you're going to follow. Faith that you're going in the right direction. Because you will encounter conflict, danger, criticism. And you probably will not be successful in the way the earth or the world measures success in this day and time. The Magi's journey was not easy either. Think about it. They went from the Middle East to Bethlehem. That's comparable for us going from Marshall, Texas, down through Interstate 20 to El Paso. It's 1,000 miles. Imagine doing that without the road, without any stops along the way with people, without any signs that tell you where you should be going, or right or left, or however. It takes faith, perseverance, and determination, and knowing deep down in your soul you're doing what God has called you to do. Like the Magi, if we are to hear our call, we must diligently watch and listen. You know, watching the night sky may be as good a way to determine your call as any other way, but you're going to have to find a place where you can see it. But God speaks to each one of us in different ways. God spoke to Moses face to face. God spoke to Mary through an angel. God spoke to the people in Matthew through dreams. Magi, Joseph, through dreams. How does God speak to you? Personally, I've never heard the voice of God. I never claimed to have had a message from an angel or in a dream. But I've learned through the years that if I have 3 unrelated people in 3 unrelated situations say the same thing to me in a short period of time, I need to start listening. I need to start praying. I need to start understanding what is being said to me. Delivered by people just like you and me. Have you ever been somebody's angel? Most of the time you have been and you don't know it. But it's because you're living into your calling and Jesus Christ has called you to be the person in that other person's life. I recently showed up at a hospital to visit a friend of mine who I didn't understand was really, really sick. And when I got there, I met his wife coming off the elevator. And she said, "Thank God you showed up." I had no, it was just, I'm going to go visit John. And she grabbed me and we got in her car and said, "Where are we going?" She said, "We're going home to get the do not resuscitate and all my death papers that we need to have for the hospital." And I said, "Okay." And I later found out that the gentleman was about to die. And they had to get all the paperwork prepared so that the will could be executed and everything like that. And she told me a week later, she said, "I prayed that God would send you here." I didn't know that. You don't know when you're being asked to do something. And what I find is that most of the time I'm asked to do something, I don't want to do it. Or I feel like I can't do it. It's not my job to do it. But you go do it anyway. How do you hear God's call? What is God asking you to do? Now God asked Magi to go announce that Jesus Christ had been born to the world. He didn't ask somebody in Israel, he didn't ask somebody from another country. He asked these people who did not worship God as such to come and announce the birth of Jesus. And they brought gifts that we say in the Bible are frankincense, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And people have since attached different meanings to that. But what they really brought to Jesus was something different. When the wise men saw the star in the sky, it sparked their desire to go find and meet this particular person. What do you find in the sky? Do you find hope or hopelessness? In the dark sky of my childhood, I found a world full of life and excitement and joy, and wanted to know, how can I be a part of that? What gift can we give God? But our hope and our faith in Him, to follow Him for a better life, for a better world. When the wise men found Jesus, they passed the gift of His presence, of their presence, to Him. We showed up to be present with you, the new King. They had been on a very long journey, and they had spent many weeks, months, maybe years, searching in anticipation of this moment. And the first thing they did is knelt down and praised Him. They had prepared and given God the gift of their time. When the wise men found Jesus, they worshiped Him. The heart that can worship the Lord receives a sense of fulfillment and meaning in life. To worship is to pay tribute, to pay honor, to recognize there's something bigger than ourselves in the glory of God. What gift do you have that connects you to God? We stand before Him prepared with a willing heart to allow God to do His work through us. Through worship, we come to see God more clearly. We can feel His presence in worship. The wise men saw Jesus, and when they found Him, they worshiped Him. We've heard the good news, and we've begun our journey along being, as Christians, along being a Christian, living a Christian life. But how diligently are we to building better relationships with Christ and each other? Sometimes we're too familiar with the events. We've been coming to the same church for years and years and years, and we know it's going to go on, and it just happens, and we don't really realize what we've been through. You have to see things again new to understand their meaning and their presence. We have to understand the significance. This day, right here, right now, we're surrounded by the light of Christ. Can we see it? Christ is our star, the one we long for, the one we're searching for. Somebody else has already told us it's here. It's our job to engage and then tell somebody else, let me show you the light. Let me show you the star. Too often we get lost in the chaos which we find. This morning, pray for wisdom, pray for peace, pray for vision, pray for guidance. Pray for the enhanced desire to follow the star, so that through us, other people can find their way in the chaos, destruction, and the lost world. I particularly pray for our young people who are sent out into the world and say, go find yourself. And there's more than too many willing commercial places that are willing to tell them what they need to be. If you take this, do this, use this perfume, everybody's going to like you. If you go learn to be this size, you're going to be better liked by other people. And we know that that has nothing to do with it. It has to do with what's in our hearts, in our lives, is serving God. Pray for the wisdom so that we may find Jesus. We're today's Magi, we're today's shepherds. If others are to learn about Jesus Christ, it is you and me who are to tell them. In the name of the Father, and Son, and the Holy Spirit.